What's up, guys? Welcome back. I've got another project gun here I want to show you guys. This is integrally suppressed AR10 I built this on a Aero Precision EPC stripped receivers, stripped upper, stripped lower, running Aero Precision bolt carrier, running it as a pistol for right now. I'll probably end up SBRing it, but running it with a SBA3 and running the split fix from Wise Men Company. Right now I'm just running a mag pull grip. Coming up from there, we've just got a standard mil spec buffer tube, and I've got a BCM QDN plate. Got a knockoff Radian type charging handle. It came in a tack pack box, so not really sure of the company name, but it seems to be holding up pretty well so far. I've scavenged this from another build that I've used quite a bit. Running the Arma spec 45-degree ambidextrous safety. You can see the short throw. I like the 45-degree safeties. And I've run in this one from Arma spec on several of my builds. They cost about the same as a Radian, but I like the Radian better, but a lot of times you can't find that in stock, and this has been a pretty good substitute. Triggers, mil spec, but I've got JP lightweight springs, hammer spring, and trigger spring. And I've lightly polished the sear surfaces so it doesn't have too bad of a trigger pull. I'll probably end up swapping in a Geisley or something. I just got to make sure whatever I get works with the 9mm bolt. Up top, I'm running Midwest Industries combat sights. I really like these sights. Once I discovered these, I started running these on a lot of my builds. It's got a real positive detent that locks it in both the up and down position. And it's just got one aperture size, and it's kind of in between the small and the large aperture. It's a mix best of both worlds, I guess you could say. The parts kit is just the Aero Precision EPC parts kit. And if you've seen the EPC uppers, they have the last round bolt hold open built into the upper, and it seems to be working fine so far, unless I've used like a mag pull Glock mag. It doesn't seem like the spring in the Glock mag's got enough strength to push this lever. There's a lever behind that pushes your bolt catch back, and so far the mag pull magazines haven't been able to lock it back, but factory Glock mags lock it back every time. I prefer the way Foxtrot Mike does their last round bolt hold open. I think that's about the best I've run up on as far as AR9 last round bolt hold opens. Alright, for optic, I'm running Hollow Sun. This is the 503 GU Elite, and it's got a green dot in it, which I don't really care for. And I'm having trouble with it right now. It'll come on, and then every time I shoot, the dot goes away. And this has got the EOTech styled circle and dot, or you can switch it to just a red dot. I mean, the sights, the looks of it, and the reticle's crisp and all that, but every time you shoot, the reticle goes away, so it makes it pretty much useless. I'll be sending that back to Holosun to get a replacement or repair. Alright, I'm running Troy M-Lock rail. I've had this rail for a long time. Back when M-Lock just first came out, I bought this rail. And I just had it laying in a bin of parts. When I first built this, I bought the Aero Precision rail, the wider diameter rail. And I don't recall the name I'll post it on the screen, but I'm sure everybody knows the rail I'm talking about from Aero Precision, the big fat one. And I just happened to remember I had this rail laying around, and the reason I swapped it out was because I'd started running the BCM, the real slim rails, and after that this one just seemed huge. But it's nowhere near as big as the one from Aero Precision. And luckily, this rail was just the perfect size to tuck a 1.5 inch diameter suppressor. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it does have clearance all the way around. Got a BCM M-Lock QD attachment here. And this is just a sling keeper. It's got a little magnet. You fold your sling up, wrap that around, it'll hold your sling. All right, and then coming up from there, I've got the burn-proof gear rail wrap. I figured tucking the suppressor's close to the rail. This will keep the heat down. And I've run it quite a bit, and I am able to shoot quite a lot and, you know, still hold on to the rail without burning my hand. All right, on up from there, I've got the Aero M600. I don't know which model that is. Anyway, it's a M600 from Aero. I've got the Aero mount. This is the Picatinny offset mount, I guess. And Surefire tape switch. And we've got our front Midwest Industries combat sights. Really like these sights, guys. Give them a try if you're looking for a nice backup sight. All right, now on to the suppressor. All right, there's our suppressor. So we had about, what, that much sticking out. I'm running a 5-inch barrel in this, 5-inch 9mm barrel, threaded half by 36. This tube is from SD Tactical. If you're looking for some really cheap tubes that are still good quality, this is grade 9 titanium. SD Tactical sells these for like 60 or 70 bucks. They even offer anodizing or Cerakote options too. And they got real great deals on that. But this is 8.8 inch tube, and they are threaded D-cell on each end. So if you're looking at picking up one of these tubes, just keep in mind they're not ASR threaded, they are D-cell threaded. So if you're just running a direct thread mount, this is definitely the way to go. Save yourself some money. The mount I got is from Muted Machine Works. Pretty nice mount. And the end cap is a White Trash Tactical sewer cap. And the cups inside are from Sosco. It is their pocket radials. And this has 14 pocket radial cones inside of it. And I just run a 1-inch spacer in here. Being a direct thread, you don't have to worry so much about getting that big huge blast chamber, because we're not putting a muzzle device in there. And running primarily subsonic ammo, which is probably all this gun will ever see. You want to, if you know you're going to be building a cam for just subsonic, you want to keep your blast chamber a little tighter. So that's what I've done here. And like I said, it's got 14 Sosco pocket radials in it. And it quietens it down quite a bit. It does a really good job. And there she is. Pretty nice build. I really like it. When I first started this project, I wanted to do a ported barrel with a can slid over the barrel. you know, over the ports. So I could run 115 grain, you know, cheap 9mm ammo, and it bring it down to subsonic levels. But I checked with a couple people, well, one or two people, and the price that they quoted just was didn't seem worth it to me. And then I got to thinking, I only ever buy subsonic 9mm, and I've got tons and tons of it stockpiled, so you know, I'll just continue buying subsonic, you know, for my range ammo. Of course, I got, you know, some personal defense ammo laying around, but as far as just coming out and shooting into the dirt, shooting steel, you know, I try to buy the cheapest subsonic I can get. Let me let you guys listen to this, and we'll run a couple mags through it and you can hear what she sounds like. All right, guys, let's run a couple mags through this integrally suppressed AR9. Let's go to dirt. These will probably be all dirt. All right, I forgot to mention, guys, I'm running a Kynshot Hydraulic 9mm buffer, and with these blowback AR9s, I think they're super necessary. I run one in my Foxtrot Mike FM9, and they definitely tame the recoil on these AR9s. If you're running an AR9, I highly recommend getting one. So pay attention to the recoil impulse, and you can see how smooth the gun is. You know, most AR9s recoil more than a 223 AR, so that Kynshot buffer definitely works. It's certainly another component that could fail, it being hydraulic and all, but so far they've been holding up well for me. I've probably got 200 or 300 rounds through this gun, and then my Foxtrot Mike FM9 that I'm running a Kynshot hydraulic buffer in, it's probably got, you know, 1,500 rounds through it, and it's holding up well as well. All right, let's run another mag through it. Alright, we got it pretty hot that time. I can feel it up here on the rail. The rail's definitely hot, but the rail wrap is still cool. I could hold it there all day long. If you're running a build like this, I'd definitely recommend this burn-proof gear rail wrap. Of course, that suppressor sits really close to that rail, so that's definitely why this is necessary. And you can't really put M-lock panels on it because the nut goes in too far, and so you can't put any kind of M-lock from about here up where the suppressor is. That's why I had to use my Aero Picatinny Scout mount right here to mount my light. Alright guys, if you want to stick around, I'll go in and take this suppressor apart and you can get a look at the internals. If not, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and stick around. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff like this. And drop a comment and let me know what you guys think about this build. Alright guys, before we open up the can, the reason I left this raw and didn't have it Cerakoted, I thought it looked better on the gun as a raw tube. I went back and forth on whether to have it Cerakoted or not, and I may still in the future. You guys let me know what you think, if it should be Cerakoted or if you think it looks good raw. If you guys are looking for Cerakote or engraving services, hit up Alva Devins. I'll drop a link to his website in the description of this video. And he's offered a discount to my viewers. When you send your tube on your order, just write Kentucky Tactical down anywhere and you'll get 10% off the Cerakote service. And he's offering a discount on the engraving. He'll do the engraving and return shipping for $25. That's a really good deal. And 10% off the Cerakote is a excellent deal as well. So if you're looking to have that done, hit up Alva Devins. The link will be in the description. He does also provide recore services. If you want to switch to a different kind of cone, he can do that legally. And he can do bore and clips for you too. He can bore your cones out and clip them. He's an 0702 SOT, so he can legally do that. Just shoot him an email and ask him how you need to go about getting that done. And also just send him an email if you're interested in Cerakote and engraving services. Just be sure to write Kentucky Tactical on your order form so you can get those discounts. Okay, let's open this up and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, I got this can took apart. This is the can on my integrally suppressed AR9. And as I said before, this is a 8.8 inch SD tactical titanium tube. And it is a D-cell threaded tube on both sides, which means it doesn't have a built-in shelf. So you must run a spacer to create your blast chamber and create a shelf for your cones to sit on. In mine, I'm running a 1 inch muted Machine Works 1.355 diameter spacer. The internal diameter on the tube is 1.360 and the outside diameter is 1.5. Of course, I've got the Muted Machine Works direct thread adapter, threaded 1/2 by 36, and that's rock setted into the tube. Then our 1 inch spacer. From there, I'm running 2 heat treated stainless steel Sosco pocket radials. These are the blast baffles, and they're bored 0.40. So I've got 2 heat treated stainless steel baffles, and from there I've got 12 aluminum Sosco pocket radials, and all these are the S height. So aluminum is, this is 70-75 aluminum, perfectly fine for subsonic 9mm, especially with 2 heat treated blast baffles. This is the closest baffle after the heat treated blast baffles, and you can see there's no erosion or anything to be worried about. So this should last quite a while, and the reason I went with aluminum, of course, where I needed so many, you know, the aluminum ones are a little cheaper, but I also wanted to keep this can lightweight since most of the barrel of this gun is made up of suppressor, and I wanted to keep it lightweight towards the end, which these aluminum baffles are extremely lightweight. And you can see the baffle stack right there with our 1 inch spacer, and we got an end cap and our mount. Like I said, the end cap's white trash tactical sewer cap. These are rimless end caps, which allows you to just get it somewhere close. You don't have to have it sitting perfect as you would with a rimmed end cap. I like these end caps quite a bit. It's got a nice backbore to it. I wanted to keep the blast chamber small since this is going to be a low pressure subsonic can. Keeping that blast chamber small will cut down on first round pop, and I also would like to keep the distal volume to a minimum. Around a 1/2 inch would be ideal, but I've got a little more than I wanted. You can see I've trimmed this last Sosco pocket radial down so my end cap would fit in, which they're all still spaced exactly the same. And I've got all these super glued together, so I'm not going to try to pull them apart. I super glue them to align the clips together, so when I'm tightening the end cap it doesn't twist and misalign the clips. Alright, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or you'd like to comment on this build, please do so. It'll help the algorithms. Please share this video and be sure to like. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next one.